right, welcome to the Patriot Hour. Sunday, February 17th, 2019. All right, folks, it's Sunday morning. We've got some new Q updates that came out all throughout early this morning. So we're going to go over all those. We've got quite a few to get into, not really long, just, 5 or 6 or so of them. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate, we know your time is valuable. We like to bring you tidbits of information as we see fit, and kind of to, following the storyline, all right? Q updates, breaking articles, the hypocrisy going on both sides, but mainly on the left as they crumble, all right? This has just been how it's been going for a long time. Trump's come in, calling them all out, telling us about the fake news continuously, and do you not think he would not deliver on the very end game, which is the whole Russia collusion that they're going to come out like we've known, and they already have some of the top, the intelligence committee out of the Senate, and the news is refusing to cover it. Unbelievable. All right, so let's jump in here to these. I think 2745. 2744 was the last one we went over. That came out at 9:46 p.m. last night on the 16th. At 12:39 early this morning, just after the midnight hour on the 17th of February, we got 2745. Fox News article, politics, former top FBI lawyer to Trump cabinet officials were ready to support the 25th Amendment effort. Information waterfall, buckle up. In the brackets, traitors. Former top FBI lawyer to Trump cabinet officials were ready to support the 25th Amendment effort. Former top FBI lawyer James Baker, in closed-door testimony to Congress, detailed alleged discussions among senior FBI officials at the Justice Department about invoking the 25th Amendment to remove President Trump from office, claiming he was told Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein said 2 Trump cabinet officials were ready to support such an effort. The testimony was delivered last fall to the House Oversight and Judiciary Committees. Fox News has confirmed portions of the transcript. It provides additional insight into discussions that have returned to the spotlight in Washington as fired FBI Director Andrew McCabe revisits the matter during interviews promoting his forthcoming book. McCabe details central role in Russia probes, DOJ meetings on whether to oust president. So Baker did not identify the 2 cabinet officials, but in his testimony, the lawyer said McCabe and FBI lawyer Lisa Page came to him early to relay their conversations with Rosenstein, including discussions of the 25th. So the 25th is amendment provides a mechanicism for removing a sitting president from office. One way that could happen if the majority of the president cabinet says the president is incapable of discharging his duties. So you guys can read this full article. We know all about that. It's just starting to come out now. All right, these are official stories hitting the mainstream, Fox News or not, and it's just going to be an information waterfall. Buckle up, traitors. So 2746, moving along here. This came at 2:04 a.m. on the 17th, earlier this morning. They were removed. When was Page removed from the investigation? What month? July 2017, early. When was Scaramucci hired? July 2017, late. Regarding the reread maybe the Scaramucci model, 5 of 5. Those who left, the majority, did not have a choice. All remained pro-MAGA and loyal to POTUS. Why are we attacked by pro-MAGA? The establishment runs deep. Logical thinking. 2747, we got a White House Gov briefing statement here from Trump on the 15th. President Donald J. Trump's border security victory. I will never waver from my sacred duty to defend this nation and its people. We will get the job done. Securing our border, President Donald J. Trump is following through on his promises to secure the border with legislation and executive action. President Trump was elected partly on his promise to secure the southern border with barrier, and since his first day in office, he has been following through on that promise. As the president has said, sections of the border wall are already being built, and legislation and executive order actions are building on that progress. Executive action taken by the president makes available additional funding to secure our border that is essential to our national security. So, legislative wins. President Trump secured a number of significant legislative victories in the Homeland Security Appropriations Bill that further his effort to secure the southern border and protect our country. The funding bill contains robust resources and additional provisions to secure the border and strengthen immigration enforcement. The bill provides 1.3, almost 1.4 billion for approximately 55 miles of border barrier in the highly dangerous and drug smuggling areas of the Rio Grande Valley, where it is desperately needed. More than 40% of all border apprehensions occurred in the Rio Grande Valley sector in the fiscal year of 18. The Rio Grande Valley was a border sector with the most known deaths of illegal border crossers in 2018. 415 million go towards the addressing of the humanitarian crisis at the border, providing medical care, transportation, processing centers, and consumables. President Trump successfully rejected efforts by some to undercut the Immigration and Customs ICE ability to uphold our laws and detain the illegal aliens and criminals. So this is promising, folks, right? Well, right here, President Trump is using his legal authority to take executive action to secure additional resources, just as he promised. In part, he is declaring a national emergency and makes available additional troops and funding for military construction. Now, the big thing is what is he taking away from the military? What is he robbing from them? What are they not going to get now? Well, as you heard, he passed the biggest budgets ever with the military between this year and next year. So maybe there's a little extra in there for some of this. And again, folks, it's just a tidbit of the overall amounts that they get. All right. So here we go. Since 76, presidents have declared nearly 60 national emergencies. Go through lots of those. The cartels, the traffickers, and gangs like MS-13 have taken advantage of our weak border points for their own gain and agendas. All right, so this is good stuff. Then we got the White House briefing statement here. Statement by the president. Today I have signed into law HJ Resolution 31, the Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2019. The act, which authorizes appropriations to fund the operation of a number of agencies in the federal government through September 30 of 2019. Certain provisions of the act, such as Division F under the heading Contribution of International Peacekeeping Activities, would require advance notice to the Congress before the President make any direct certain military action or provide certain forms of military assistance. So this is none of the funds. Even goes into this had a lot of different things in it here, folks. Chief of Engineers. Division C, Section 537 provides the Department of Justice may not use any funds to prevent implementation of medical marijuana laws by various states. So they can't use any of this to prevent what states are doing, to prevent the implementation. So they can't stop, because prevent means to stop the implementation of medical marijuana laws by various state and territories. I will treat the provision constant. So it goes into a lot of little things here just to let people, because they were trying to spin it. Careful who you follow. 2748 came at 227, and it's an anonymous here. What do we got? Trip code number 443, November 10th. The Scaramucci play temp hire to remove embedded untrustworthy staffers. Spicer, Priebus. Temps can be very dangerous to those who are targeted. Think Whitaker. Then we got the Scaramucci play temp hire. So it comes out of this post, 2468. And it was just reposted basically for context. So here we got the 2749. This came at 238. Numerous provisions purport in certain circumstances the condition of authority of officers to spend or reallocate funds on approval of congressional committees. These are impermissible forms of congressional anardizement in the execution of the laws other than by the enactment of statutes. My administration will make appropriate efforts to notify the relevant committees before taking the specified actions and will accord the recommendations of committees in all appropriate and serious consideration, but will not treat spending decisions as dependent on the approval of congressional committees. The White House Gov briefing statement. So all restrictions are off. Trust your president. There you go. 2750. This came at 2:40 early this morning. An anonymous Trump statements is brilliant. Deep State loaded the bill with multiple facets to block it, and his White House statement just released systematically points out section by section where they tried to block him, and he's countering that by citing presidential and constitutional authority. Shall we play a game? Where we go one, we go all. QAnon, Patriots, hashtag the Great Awakening. So there you go. That's what they were doing there. 2751 comes at 2:42. An anonymous posted. We got a post to that. I trust POTUS and I trust the Lord. The Lord is leading POTUS. Of that, I'm certain. The Lord is leading us all. Good versus evil. Good versus evil. Okay, hold on here. Change the music up a little bit. All right, so that was 2751. We're getting up here to 2752. This came at 2:55 a.m. Anonymous was posting this. These phrases below imply that Trump plans on following his constitutional rights no matter what he signed in the Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2019, which authorizes appropriations to fund the operation of a number of agencies up till September 30th of this coming year. My administration will treat each of these provisions consistent with the president's constitutional authorities with respect to foreign relation. And my administration will continue to practice of treating provisions like these advisory and non-binding. And my administration will make appropriate efforts to notify the relevant committees before taking the specified action and will accord the recommendations of such committees all appropriate and serious consideration, but it will not treat spending decisions as dependent on the approval of congressional committees. You are now the news, or you are the news now. All right, looks like the last one at 2753 came at 3:37. It's a Twitter early this morning, and this takes us over to Ruth Ann. This means this man needs to be heard. He is fed up with liberals and their destructive behavior. Don't like this country, then leave. I used this a long time ago before I ever started the channel. I reposted this in a video. I was always making little videos here and there. Just didn't really have a platform at the time other than my social media. So hold on here. I gotta bring this up a different way.
Man, testing? Really? Man, I don't understand it. Obviously, it's not Republicans out there causing all this destruction. You know, burning up the streets, blocking roads, and things like that. It's the liberals. You know, these are the same people that are against the Second Amendment because they want to decrease violence and nobody should have guns. The same people that are anti-abortion because they want to save lives. And you're causing all this destruction just because your candidate lost. See, that's the problem with this country. You can't always get your way. Everybody wants to be politically correct. Quit being crybabies. Ain't nothing free. You ain't no slave. You don't get your way. So you act like a 2-year-old, burning up people's stuff, destroying the streets, making people late for work. Man, I'm glad I don't live in New York City or Washington or Oregon, because I would run one of y'all asses over. You are outrageous, man. You are the exact reason why Donald Trump won the election. Because we're tired of you crybabies. You didn't earn anything. None of you put on a uniform, but you're quick to disrespect the flag, not want to say the Pledge of Allegiance, not want to recognize the Bible, but you want everything. You didn't fight for anything, but you want it. It doesn't work like that. You know, I think it should be all these people out there that want to protest and burn stuff up. I don't think the cops should protect them. Obviously, when people look at the flag and say, that's not my flag, Donald Trump is not my president, then you know what? Then obviously, this ain't your damn country. Leave. Find another flag. Find another president. Go to Mexico. I really don't care. But quit tearing up stuff. Quit causing destruction and preaching peace. Because you're contradicting yourself. I'm Deion Alexander, American First.
Right, there you have it. There you have it, folks. That was really good. I remember that from a year ago or 2 years ago. Honestly, about 2 years ago. It was during all the elections, right after, I believe. All right, we'll do a quick little update here. 2753. That was that Twitter link to that particular video. 2753 is our last one, so nothing more. This video is already at the, well, imagine that 17-minute mark. All right, folks, I'm going to shut her down and get this out to you. Look for more videos throughout the day. I plan on working on a few different things, and there's lots of other news to go over. Again, I'm Michael. This is a Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed each and every one of you worldwide, and we'll see you back here on the next Patriot Hour update. Make sure you're subscribed. I'd like to take a minute here to say all the subscribers. Thank you for being here. God bless each and every one of you. All the supporters of the Patriot Hour in the last year, a little over a year now. From those of you that have been here from the beginning to all of you coming up till today, welcome. Welcome to the Patriot Hour. We're always going to bring you little tidbits of information on a daily basis in doses that make sense and work for you. Again, don't take anything we say here to be truth or word. Do your own research, connect all your own dots, come to your own conclusions, think for yourself. That's what we promote, and that's what we want you to do as we move forward. We can never go back to being spoon-fed. That's what got us in this mess in the first place. All right, you have a great day. We'll see you back here real soon.